Hello, brothers and sisters. My name is Amudu Salongo Jean-Pierre. I'm back again with the theme love. We're talking about love again, and here we're still talking about egocentrism or love for oneself against the whole community or the society. And here, last time, we are talking about care. We're talking about how somebody can become a volunteer in the way they are helping the community to solve a certain problem which has not been catered for, but also meanwhile, as they help that community to resolve that problem, they are creating their own name, they are doing their own campaign, so they are gaining experience. I shared my own experience, how I got to connect with the community and I made my name. And people were able to understand that I am one of the people who can speak more languages and also that have experience. I use this same opportunity to learn different cultures and different systems of our beliefs and the way of living in our communities. And this is what has made me to be one of the best interpreters. Um, Today, I think we can talk about something else. Someone will ask me, so if you have said to care or to help, that means sharing what you have, sharing you knowledge. But where do you go? How do you make priorities? Where do you know that you can now you can invest here? This really seems to be quite a very important question, and I don't think I have that capacity to define or to decide on where somebody can exactly invest or where they can volunteer, where they can put the efforts. I think it comes to each of us, to the individual capacity to do an analysis, but I think I can guide on how to do this. One, what I think is, as human, we have said that we are societal animals, so we live in the community where others stay, and we understood that when we take care of others, it is with the intention that from the good we do, they grow, and then we can harvest more. And this doesn't mean we as me, the person who sowed or the sower, but also the offspring of the sower can reap from what has been planted today. That means if somebody tries to fight for a certain community to get freedom, they may die during the fight, but at least the revolution that they have started can spring, and then in the future, when victory comes, their children or the great grandchildren will enjoy that freedom. That's what I wanted to say. So, in this way, we don't only invest where we can harvest, but we need to invest where our generations to come can harvest, or those we love can harvest. What does this mean? It is true, we have families, we have close relatives. I am born from a father and a mother. My father go all see his father and mother. My mother go all see a father and mother. So that means already it's a family. When I am born, I am the firstborn, yes, but I have some more siblings after me. And my brother was born with other siblings. My mom was born with other siblings. All those become family. But can one person satisfy their need? The answer is no. We cannot. But then, how do you choose the priority? Where do you invest? I'll say one, naturally we have those people whom we are accountable for. They're those people whom we have the must to take care of. And these people are, one, your spouse, second, your children. Anyone who is from your womb is your obligation to take care of. Before they turn 18, you have the obligation to take care of them and prepare them on how they will be living after turning 18. Your wife is your obligation, Africanly. But also what I know is that Africanly, your husband is your obligation, is your burden. Because once you marry a man, you expect him to take care of you as an African woman. But when the man gets an accident, he falls sick. I've not seen these women throwing these men away and going, running away. No, they take care of them. So that means your partner is your obligation and your children are your obligation. Mandatory. That's where we start from. Before even we go to the community, that's where we start from. We cannot spend a penny in the community before our families have the basic needs. That's one. But secondly, we have our parents. Our parents are not our obligations because they got time to take care of themselves. Unfortunately, with the backgrounds of where we're from, we find that our parents spent all the time fighting to see how they can grow us. They spent all their time running away from wars. As we know, some people who have been living those countries torn apart by war, so they have nothing. And at the time of retirement, we have the government systems that have not established anything whatsoever that can take care of people of old age. So it becomes again our obligation to take care of them. But then the remaining, we always take care of them as we can. But when it comes to investment, we can't waste our investment in these people who have the strength to do something. Otherwise, we will turn out to be exploited. If I can do something, I said in earlier videos, earlier discussions, that if I can do something, I will do all my best to help my brother, my sister, my friend to be able to do the same. Because when I produce $1,000 and they produce $1,000, that means none of us will depend on the other, but we will be interdependent. That means I will buy a car and they will buy fuel. So two of us will work together. I'll be selling charcoal. They'll be selling maize. That we will help each other. But if I am the only one producing and they are doing nothing, then they become burden and I will not have loved myself. I will not have helped myself. So the first thing is to help everyone else to be able to take care of themselves or to be self-reliant. That's the first path. But then when we go to invest in the community, now we start something that will benefit the whole community. That's what we said. When you invest in something that will help the community, then you don't look at only people who are too much close to you. Now you look at the broader picture, the whole community. And when I talk about something that can harvest, you know, we are always in a community and we know that all people don't have the same capacities. And we know that there are those people in our communities that are somehow behind, not because they ought to be there, but because it's a candle that has not only got light. It's that candle that is waiting. The time that it will just get a sparkle, you just put on its mesh and it starts brightening, it starts lighting. And the whole village will be enjoying light because of this one person. It's now your obligation as a person to identify this person. But the problem is that as many of us, we have always been not selfish. We have been stupid to fight those who seem to be more intelligent or more proactive than us. Because we want to be in the spotlight, we want to always be shining, we always want to be thanked, we always want to be worshipped, we want always to be in the limelight. The one Baganda say okuli obutaala. Twagala nnyo okubeera okuli obutaala. Twagala okubeera nga tulabika ffeka nga balala tebabalabako. That is the problem we have. And it is serious. But if we can think beyond that, now you look at that person, you say like, okay, now I have been blessed by this. Now there is this individual who seems to be more powerful than me, more intelligent than me, and they are only lacking the capital. That is the person you can pick and help them. Can you imagine just helping somebody in the village? They're nobody, but just by helping them to study and maybe graduate, this person will make the village able to have maybe a school, maybe to have a hospital, maybe to have a bridge, maybe to have a road, maybe to have a say in the rooms where discussions are made for decisions, important decisions to be taken. But if you cross your hands and you say yours is only yours and your family and no one else will enjoy it, you may end up just like that. Tomorrow when you're not there, who will take care of yours or your people? I always remind people, we are all mortal. You are here today, but tomorrow you will be gone. You'll be dead. Then when you go and you have not invested in anyone else, who will take over from you? Those people you have always tried to say that you're helping, remember, you have left them helpless and no one else is there to help them. Remember, you're gone. They will not have any advice. They don't know what you did. They don't know how you did it. And everyone is at the mercy of exploiters. Your children, your mother, your wife, all of them at the mercy of criminals and exploiters. Now, I think this is the right time now when we talk about investment, looking at the right person to work with them. They don't need to be your family member. This is like a business. You're starting a business. You're selling, you're trying maybe to do agriculture, and there is that person who understands agriculture in your community. You're not related to them, but this is a person who can identify the fertile ground. This is a person who can identify the best seed. This is the person who can identify the best insecticide and the person who knows the best machines to dig and maybe harvest. This is the person who can identify the market. And if this person does so, that means all your community will be there only to use the machinery. Then you can employ other people who did commerce, those people who did, I don't know, advertisement, those people who did what and what, and all will come in the industry, and the industry will grow because you have picked that person who knows how to get the good combustible and put it in the fire so that the light or the fire can burn higher. But you're always frustrating your fire. You're letting it only light like a candle because you have suffocated it. You're not allowing the oxygen, which is that person who is more intelligent, better than you, to come and put the right fuel there so that the fire can be really big and burn and also share a bigger light. This is where our mindset has a problem. And I think if we love ourselves, this is the angle we ought to see. This is the angle we ought to take. We need now to see the right places where we need to invest. So when we're doing what we call to care, you cannot care for everyone. That's given. You cannot. You'll be limited as an individual, as a person. Even if you become a president or you become who, you are limited in how many people you can help. But the best way of helping is helping people to help others. Get those people you see that they can be able to grow faster and let them help others. Because if you help 3 people from different families and each of them helps their family, then you have helped 3 families. Now imagine helping only your family, 3 people in the family, those people who are maybe lazy and they are just there wasting. I imagine somebody, you're working, maybe you're living, let's say in Europe, you're working hardly, earning your money, and your brother is calling you, hello, I have birthday party and I'm missing this and this and this. You send them $2,000. They get a cake, they go out, drink, fight, get prostitutes, and the money is spent. And there is somebody whom if you give them $2,000, they will start a business. And this business after 5 years will be worth $10,000. Who do you choose to give that money to? The person with the idea to multiply the money, you're not related to them in any way. But remember, when they become rich, it's your village that will be rich. They will build in your village. The schools will be in the village. The good could be in a village. They will get protection. They will hire security to protect them. And the whole village will protect them like that. They will need people to work for them, and it's your family members who will be working with them. They will earn also income from that. And that is what we are lacking. But you choose to give that money to a spoiler, somebody who will just go drink alcohol and get his liver, getting cirrhosis, and tomorrow it's the liver that is damaged and the person is dead. Just because of poor decision making. Today, I think I'm done with this. And the end is invest where you can harvest, not for your own benefits, but for the generations to come. Invest where you can harvest, not for your own benefits, but for the generation to come. Abaganda bagamba, take a sente wolaba. My name is Amodu Salongo Jean-Pierre. I love you and I wish you all the best. Thank you so much. Have a good one.